Shout out to all of my Aquarius, my Gemini, and my Libra. Shout out to my airbenders. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Raven. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, what it is. I have been gone for a minute, but I'm back, and I know you understand that more than anyone else, as much as you be dipping in and out. But nonetheless, Patreon is alive at 5, and I would love to have you in the community. Please look at my links below. There's some new information, new house cleaning, housekeeping rules, things like that, if you will, in the description box. So all you need to know about me, where I'm headed, where we're going, what's going on, is listed below. So let's dive on in. So this is going to be a timeless message, I feel, for y'all. Whenever you see it and however long you need to work through this energy, have at it. There's absolutely no limits. No limits on where you can go. And I feel like at this time, that's something that has been actually plaguing you. I feel like the airbenders have been experiencing a lot of perceived lack and limitation. And the more that you exist in this frequency, the more spirit is pushing you to see just how much energy you have in motion. I feel like a lot of what you experience, air signs, gets trapped in your mental body, and you end up creating a story about a story about a story that isn't real or true, and then existing from a place of unconscious relativity to your damn self. And I feel like spirit really wants to move you out of this energy. What I'm being called to more than anything right now is this energy of practicing self-compassion, especially with this 9 of Swords to this Page of Swords. So you have a 10 of Swords energy here. I feel like it's the polar opposite of the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there is I'm getting a Jekyll and Hyde energy. I'm not going to hold you. This in and out, both sides to the middle type of energy that you kind of play in. I wish there's like this undertone of lack and fear that is just existing within your aura, that is existing within your vibration air. Okay? There's a lot of the will to be in a different state of mind. But a better conversation with the self needs to be apparent at this time. Practice self-compassion. See yourself with loving kindness. Acknowledge your growth as an empath and honor the person that you have become. And you have center yourself. Take a few deep breaths to regain your center. Now you can approach life from more of a mindful place. There's a lot. The way that who you are when you are tapped in and existing on a higher vibration and level of acceptance within yourself versus who you are when you're maybe not feeling as confident or as knowledgeable on a subject, or maybe being a beginner in a space. Like, it brings out a level of, I'm hearing nice nasty, that does more damage to your belief in yourself and your belief on your ability to attract and align with the synchronicities that you are seeking. It does a thing. It does a number. Okay? And you have this message of pride. This Leo energy, not letting pride get in the way. So you could have a dominant Leo placement as well as and your North Node is being activated at this time, air signs. Stepping out of your comfort zone. And you have this Page of Wands energy here too. It's a part of you that's just really ready to, it's giving this energy of put up or shut up. You know, put up with what you were creating. You know what I mean? Like, deal with it or just shut up about it, because there's a level of accountability that is present within this too. And I understand human emotion here, human experience, and how things can take you off of your rocker. That's why you have this energy of seeking solitude to keep your cup full, as well as maybe a lot of earthing. There is a Queen of Pentacles is out here again with this walk it off, which is giving me so much grounding energy. It may be when you're dysregulated or when you're not grounded that your shadow, your ego, your shadows, you shadow box. You feel what I'm saying? And you step out of, I wouldn't say step out of alignment, but you could be judging yourself harshly and not having self-compassion for the times when you are just in the feels of feeling everything so deeply and trying to use your intellect over your emotion to work you through it. Like, some things are to be felt, okay, my air signs? Not all things are to be made sense of logically. And I feel like your logic versus your intuition, your cognition versus intuition right now plays a role on you, because who you are when you are listening to your intuition and are confident in that conversation and confident and feel like you have the wherewithal to step out of your comfort zone and do what's being asked of you is one way. But when you step into the logic, you over intellectualize something that is meant to be transmuted through the emotional body. It depletes your energy reserve. So you have a lot of nature. Nature's calling you home to ground yourself right now. Get back to the basics of sleeping, work, getting good rest, getting active in the body, eating well, staying hydrated. You need to come back to, again, center yourself. Come back to center. And for anything that you need to happen outside of you, it's time for you to exercise your guidance system, your ancestors and your angels. Call on them to go ahead of you in the day. If you know you got to do this, this, and this, and this, go ahead and speak and call them into the positions that you need them to play for you. So when you arrive, you are experiencing the synchronicity. You are experiencing the serendipity. Make sure that y'all watch the collective reading. Go over to the live category and you'll see the collective Taurus new moon reading there. There's some that also unlocks some things for you, because back to the basics came up, I think, in my earth sign reading too. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, have an earth placement. You're being called to definitely ground yourself and to make note of it. I want to make note of it, because it's been coming out a lot for a lot of us, and I want to make sure that I'm channeling it right, because it just came out for just about each and every other. It came out for everyone except for fire. Where is it? Oh, 34. You may be intercepting vibrations from your guides regularly, but having the confidence to trust your vibes fully may still be a challenge. Don't worry. Trusting your vibes takes time. With a little extra effort, however, you can accelerate the process and not miss a single golden nugget of guidance from your higher self. The way to strengthen your confidence and better receive guidance is to carry a small notebook throughout the day and write down every vibe you get, no matter how subtle, including hunches, inspirations, bright ideas, wonderings, vague notions, and many others. The more you write down your vibes, the more tuned into them you'll become. You'll also have a mass of concrete evidence that they're real, accurate, and trustworthy. This does wonders for your confidence and increases your psychic awareness at the same time. Try this for a week and see for yourself. Yes, and I'm getting a tingle, a tapping right here, like you may be experiencing headaches, or maybe the way in which your guides communicate with you, you get a tingling sensation in your crown, maybe balancing your crown chakra, opening your crown chakra, cleansing your crown chakra, wearing hats when you feel called to wear a hat, covering your crown, getting some sun, sitting under the moonlight. Nature is calling to you, and your ability to catch these downloads and really get familiar with the conversation that is happening. You have the pray card here. Air. A lot of what you've been dealing with is because you've put a lot on your own shoulders, and it's like this. If you are still existing as a human in this moment, so it's only so much that is within your control as well as within your ability. So I feel right now, whatever fears that you have that you continue to try to quite literally make sense of, work through them emotionally and spiritually in a way that is suitable for you, in a way that doesn't burn out your mental body. This centering of yourself and practicing self-compassion, I feel like Spirit is nudging you towards a heart opening, a heart activation type of moment. You have the law of attraction and synchronicity at play at this time of this Taurus new moon, air signs. And I really sense that a lot of you have been trying to manifest, or are in the space of manifesting in just co-creation. And you're really great at it. When you do it well. I feel there isn't a but there's a need to come into more balance. There's a level of self-mastery that is being asked of you for you to really, I guess you could say, get the hang of it. I also just want to warn against any type of keep your why clarified. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hearing power struggles, or maybe you get your rocks off on power. Something about spiritual power. Something about power really does something to you. And again, it could have your pride and your ego coming in and just cutting you off at the knees. There's a level of awareness that your angels and your ancestors and spirit guides are trying to get you to integrate. It's in you, it ain't on you. And I feel like oftentimes you possibly position yourself in an unconscious manner that leads to stressors and triggers that you haven't worked through, because there's possibly fear around you not being in control. There's something around control here that I'm channeling that tends to have you very attached, in your attachment style and your triggers, and all of that comes into play when you feel like you're not in control of every little thing. And I feel like you've possibly been existing in your South Node. But it's time for you to thrive in your North Node, to face your true North. And you're getting quite literal foundation, fundamental, practical practices to help you do so. Seeking solitude, walking it off, grounding yourself in nature, getting back to the basis of your health being your wealth, and really using your spiritual team, your angels, your ancestors, and of course praying to the Most High, to your higher power, and making note of the conversation that is happening. Your higher self wants more of you more frequently. There's a level of balance that needs to come into the play for my airbenders right now. And it may be very deep. The fear of you not being in control, or the fear of you being in the unknown, could be something that deeply and has unconsciously been plaguing you, which causes your ego and your pride to just come in and exhaust so much of what you're trying to make sense of in your mental body. And this is spiritual, this is emotional, this is compassion, this is heart-centered, this is attraction from a different space. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like you want to be activated in that magician mode, but I feel like Spirit is also chin-checking you on why. Make sure that your intent and your integrity are in place, and that this isn't a power struggle thing or a power play or for your own selfish gain. Working through these fears, these triggers in your attachment style at this time is going to help you relate to you in a way that I don't think you've ever experienced within yourself. It's going to calm you, and it's going to gift you a level of optimism that's needed and necessary for your next steps moving forward. I feel like you're being called to step out of your comfort zone, but you also are aware of the level of care that you need. And it can't come from no one else but you. This level of self-compassion and your ability to center yourself and stay grounded so that you can stay in a vibrational match to everything that you're trying to attract is a very personal feat, where you have to be generous, you have to be nurturing, you have to be compassionate and present with yourself in a way that allows you to embrace your naturally sensual nature as well as your feminine energy. I feel like your divine feminine, your feminine polarity is being asked to experience another level of healing for the betterment of the full liberation and connection of yourself. This could be you working through any type of mother issues at this time. This could be you just moving out of this energy of being pessimistic, narcissistic, and just petty when it comes to you and your relationship with yourself and relationships with others. This may not be an energy that you frequent, but it is an energy that plays a role in your demise sometimes. It plays a role in your ability to connect with yourself, because your relationships hold a lot of weight. Your network is your net worth. That's with the Gemini. Your relationships with Libras, they must be balanced, but you must show up as the balance. And Aquarius, your ability to connect with the human experience and ground yourself, and to be able to spearhead the level of forward thinking that you naturally embody and encompass, you're going through a learning curve right now. This is a mastery of self right now that you're being asked to lock in. So I feel, all in all, I need you to open up your mouth and pray out loud. I feel like my nose has been itching because my throat chakra has been really activated during this reading. So I feel it's time for you to speak what's on your heart. Again, transmuting this energy, embodying this energy in a way that is real and true for you now, and not intellectualizing the experience to the degree in which you're used to. Taurus season, Taurus new moon, Taurus energy is literally calling you to be in love in your body. And again, embracing your sexuality, embracing your sensuality, embracing your divine feminine within, healing that feminine essence, that feminine nature, is going to help you work through whatever these deeply rooted fears are. And they could be by way of any type of mother trauma that you could have experienced. I'm just getting that at this time. So I feel like if you need a personal reading, my personal shall be open soon, but I do feel like working through this energy will be very beneficial for you and your ability to align with the manifestations and with the experience of yourself and the experience of this entire shebang in a way that really embodies the full nature of your essence. Okay? So I love you, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is your timeless new moon in Taurus message, and I speak that it serves you in a way that liberates you from behaviors and thought patterns that tend to overshadow your light and your love. Catch you on the flip side.